Hi, and welcome to Conan Exiles Age of Calamitous. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to avoid this from happening. Yup. Oh yeah, trust me. It gets way worse than that if you don't know how to beat the green cloud of death. Follower after follower that have died in the ELARIKAN Plague, you will not feel good after a while when that happens to you. So, in this video, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to gain protection and even immunity from the ELARIKAN Plague. But before that, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you won't miss our future uploads. Now, let's get to it. Okay, so the very first thing, and I think the most important thing that you need to know, is to be aware of the mobs and the bosses that have this effect after they die. The key is to avoid them as much as possible before you have the protection from the ELARIKAN Plague. Alright, so these are just some of the most common mobs and bosses that you need to watch out for within or outside the walls of the Unnamed City. You have Plague bosses, Corrupted Grunts, Scourge Hounds, and Scourge Reapers. Now, if you want to see a guide on all the locations of the Plague bosses, click the pop-up notification in this video, or you can check the link in the description below. So, the way that the ELARIKAN Plague works is that each time a stack is added, the expiration is reset to 10 seconds. And the damage per second increases at the same time. It can stack up to 20 stacks, and this will cause 894 damage per tick. That is obviously enough to kill a player many times over, but most importantly, it is totally enough to kill even the highest health thralls and pets. This can be very devastating, especially if it is a high tier thrall or a very expensive faction pets. So, the most important question that we want to address in this video is, how do we protect our followers and ourselves from the ELARIKAN Plague? Okay, so the first and a good start to be able to handle ELARIKAN Plague is to have a follower pet that is immune to the ELARIKAN Plague by default, without the need of any gear or skin. Here are 3 faction-specific pets automatically immune to the ELARIKAN Plague. We have the Corrupted Grunt from the Vangal clan, Eldred Sutton from the Stormhold, and the Servant of Wraith from the Cold Embrace. And there are also 3 pets that any factions can actually craft. You have the Devil Bear, the Scourge Hound, and the Scourge Mammoth. To see the complete list of pets per sub-faction, including the profession pets, on how to make them immune to the ELARIKAN Plague, click the pop-up notification in this video or check the link in the description below. The second thing is that you can craft an item called the Ring of Erebosh. This will stop the ELARIKAN Plague from stacking more than 4 stacks. This will give you more than enough time to get away from the Cloud of Death, and once you are out of the cloud, the stacks immediately disappear. It doesn't have to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It just immediately disappears, stopping your HP from ticking down to 0. Now, this is a wearable gear that can be used by the player and your thralls. This is the only craftable item in the world of Age of Calamitous that can protect you from the ELARIKAN Plague. Unfortunately, this can only be crafted by a player under the House of Stormcallers, a sub-faction of the Felgarth faction. It is also important to note that the sub-faction quest unlocks at level 80, and you can only craft the Ring of Erebosh when you are already level 120. The good news is that this ring is not locked to the crafter, so if you have one clan member who is a member of the House Stormcaller sub-faction, then you should be set. The third option is to purchase the Metamorphosis skin, but this is only applicable for your faction pets. and can only be unlocked at level 120. This can only be purchased from the guild vendor in the faction hall, and this cannot be crafted. It costs 500 guild tokens, but it's going to be worth it because this will offer your faction pets total immunity to the ELARIKAN Plague. Once acquired, all you need to do is place the Metamorphosis skin in your pet's inventory, and then there will be a change in appearance, especially in their skin. You can also purchase the Scourge skin for your profession pets from the guild vendor. It's gonna cost you 160 guild tokens, and it can be unlocked at level 100. This also offers total immunity to your profession pets. Now, to see how to earn guild tokens, click the pop-up notification in this video, or you can check the link in the description below. Now, the fourth option, and technically the last one, because it is technically the last one that you can actually do without an admin access, is the Orb of Plague to get the buff called Attunement of Plague. This can be built by a member of the Cold Embrace and is advisable for players mastering Blood Magic. If you are not a Blood Magic user, you can try to get the Attunement of Plague from the Orb of Plague, and there is a possibility that you will die of power overload and magic corruption. And even though you are mastering the Blood Magic, you will only get a 100% chance of getting the Attunement of Plague buff if you have maxed out your Blood Magic level. If you haven't maxed out your Blood Magic level yet, there is a possibility that you will get a magic corruption. It means a debuff that will reduce your player attributes by 8 points for 1 hour. Now, there's also an admin item called Ring of Immunity. It works like the Ring of Erebosh, but it has a very high durability. Of course, you can only have this if you have an admin access or if an admin spawns it for you. But hey, where's the fun in that, right? Well, whichever your preference may be, you do you, and you play the game in the way that you enjoy it, because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. And that is it for this guide, you guys, and I do hope you find it helpful. If you do, please leave a like and smash that subscribe button for fresh tips and tricks for Conan Exiles Age of Calamitous. You can also leave a comment below for requests of guides and walkthroughs that you want us to cover in our future videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now, you guys.